This is JP from Political Pop Culture, and this is my take. Diversity of thought isn't allowed anymore. Gone are the days when you could have a friendly debate around the dinner table, have a good-natured argument over a beer with your friends, or have a rational discussion about politics over the fence with your next-door neighbor. Nope. Now if you disagree with the cool kids, they will flat out cancel your ass. Or they'll Rand Paul you while you're mowing the lawn. I had planned to do my take on unpopular opinions and the backlash that can come from openly discussing those opinions. Eventually, that's something I plan on getting back to, but today I want to talk about a situation that's been getting a lot of attention the past couple days. This is a real-world example of what happens when an entertainment insider says anything even remotely off script. Today on my take, I'm going to talk about the backlash actor Matthew McConaughey is getting from the far left for comments that he made on Russell Brand's Under the Skin podcast. For the record, I like Matthew McConaughey, or at least I like his performances. Although I have jokingly said in the past that every movie he's been in would have been better had he been replaced with Owen Wilson, but I digress. During the podcast, McConaughey observed, there are a lot in that illiberal left that absolutely condescend, patronize, and are arrogant towards the other 50%. Well, yeah. Hollywood's been patronizing and dismissive to anyone who doesn't share their out-of-touch worldview for years. Hell, that's part of the reason we started doing political pop culture in the first place, is because of the dismissive and condescending attitudes of the elites when it comes to those of us in flyover country. He also said, I'm sure you saw it in our industry when Trump was voted in 4 years ago. They were in denial that was real. Some of them were in absolute denial. I'd say denial was putting it mildly. Many in the entertainment industry were positively apoplectic. Not only were they in denial about Trump's White House victory, but some went so far as to threaten to leave the country. I'm looking at you, Whoopi. Others made baseless accusations, calling Donald Trump a criminal, a racist, and worse. Considering how chummy many Hollywood elites were with Harvey Weinstein, though, I don't know that most of them really understand what criminal behavior really is. Another thing McConaughey said on Under the Skin was he suggested people get, quote, aggressively centric. Now, when I hear that, I think, yeah, okay, that rings pretty true. He isn't being controversial. He isn't using divisive language. Instead, he's urging people to meet in the middle, not be hypocritical. To be honest, coming from someone who's existed inside the Hollywood bubble for decades, that sounds downright sane, right? Wrong, at least according to the left wing on Twitter. What a crap take. I don't meet in the middle with Nazis, said one outraged twit. Or Twitterer? Twitterati? Whatever. The message is clear. Trump supporters are Nazis. Can we please stop with this nonsense already? Seriously, I am so tired of people calling anyone they disagree with Nazis. When you compare someone you disagree with politically to a Nazi, you're doing two things. One, you're making yourself look ignorant and uneducated. And two, you are diminishing the actual evil that was the Nazi Party in World War II. You are literally making light of the suffering of every man, woman, and child who lived through, or didn't live through, the Holocaust. Stop it. Just stop it. Look, it's kind of cute when you throw around terms like fascist, when you clearly have no understanding of what fascism actually is, but stop calling people Nazis for having a differing opinion. Here's another example of the tolerant left. Now, wait a minute. Is he a moron because he's a Trump supporter, or is he a Trump supporter because he's a moron? Is everyone you disagree with automatically a moron, or do they have to be a Trump supporter too? Well, at least these idiots aren't attacking Matthew McConaughey for being white. Just kidding. I have to tell you, as someone who comes from the middle of the country, who was raised to treat everyone equally, and who was taught to judge a person by the content of their character, this is the kind of thing I find reprehensible. How very white of him. How very white. This kind of hateful, bigoted, small-minded idiocy needs to stop. Yeah, he's white. I guess that means his opinion is less valid somehow? Devaluing someone's opinion based on their race is by definition racist. Oh, wait, never mind. You can't be racist against white people. Well, maybe Mr. McConaughey only feels the way he does because he's so privileged. I sure am glad nobody brought that up. Crap. Never mind. As you can see, the Twitterverse just can't handle someone from Hollywood saying something that doesn't fit their narrative. God forbid anyone in the entertainment industry have the audacity to suggest people stop being so aggressive and condescending and meet in the middle. We've gotten to a place in this country where people are afraid to speak their minds for fear of being attacked, derided, marginalized, or canceled. Hey, if someone is truly spouting off racist or bigoted nonsense, then by all means, have at them. But if someone just has an opinion or ideal you don't share, back off and let them have their own unique point of view. Lashing out and going on the offensive is not only unlikely to change anyone's mind, but in fact it's more likely they're just going to dig their heels in and fight for their position. Look, it isn't too late to grab that beer, sit back, and have a polite discussion about the topics of the day. Just remember to keep an open mind and don't believe everything you think, or, pretty much anything you read on Twitter. Well, there you have it. That's my take. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button and then hitting share. If not, hey, thanks for listening this long. Also, you can let me know if you agree with my take or if you think I'm completely off my rocker. Join the cult at PolPopCult on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for listening.